Let me get the gameplay full screen.
Like spamming refresh.
There we go. Is it showing right now? The title screen?
Yeah, it's on title screen.
Okay, I'm hitting gameplay in 3, 2, 1.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This is the matchup that decides a ticket to the grand finals and the one that doesn't have to play 2 series out to win the title. It is seeds 1 and 7. However, in my opinion, it should be seeds 1 and 2, because these are, in my opinion, the 2 best players that we have seen throughout the entire tournament. None of them have dropped a single series. Kaden has not dropped a single game at all, so we are in for a treat today as we're going to take a look at the bracket here. Like I mentioned, the winner of this finals will go to the grand final, and that is the best of 7 that decides the winner. And then we have in the lower bracket, we have Zeph waiting down there, waiting to get on a fight with the loser of this matchup. We're down to 3 people left that can compete for the title. Of course, we have the newcomers, Omar and Zeph, getting their shots at the title. And we also have Kaden going for his 4th in a row.
I'll be right back. I'm sorry, I gotta go.
A lot is on the table here, folks. So why don't we get it started here? Number 1, Omar. Number 7, Kaden. Here we go.
Man, am I tired tonight?
Well, the good news is we get it.
Just waiting for everybody to get into the spectator camera.
They're no longer fresh.
And here we go. Game 1 underway. Upper Bracket final. As we're going to have Kaden on the offensive first, and he's going to strike with a bolt of lightning. Here we go. 4 seconds, and Kaden's on the board first.
These kickoff goals, again, as we saw between the Kaden, or not the Kaden, this Jack and Seth match, kickoff goals mean everything.
Another kickoff here. This one's going to be a little bit more of a 50. No real advantage here. Kaden's going to be on the possession first. However, Omar is sitting there lurking back, making sure Kaden doesn't get the best angle. As here we have Omar going up the back wall with a full tank of boost. That's another powerful hit there. It's going to land right in the arms of Kaden, or should I say cars of Kaden. Here we go. Kaden going to take it up the wall. He's going to find it. He's going to find the net.
Yeah. Apologies to the audience. If you hear me groaning, it's just because I'm kind of tired tonight.
32 seconds off the clock, and we already have 2 lightning strikes from Kaden here.
Except it's more of a present. It's more presence. He's feeling festive. Again, just look at these cars. They look amazing.
Here's a demo to avoid the goal here. Now Kaden going to take it off of the wall a little bit. This one's going to be cleared away by Omar quickly. And Jack, what are we looking forward to in this match? Are we looking forward to see a battle of kickoffs, or is it just going to be what are we looking here?
We're looking for mainly 2 things here. First thing is a nice fearsome battle where
he's going to get it across the middle, and he's going to find the net again.
Where we see all competitors. Where we see. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try this again. We need to look for a game that is very action-packed and not just like kickoff goal after kickoff goal. That gets boring after a while. The second thing is a series that is somewhat long, because most of this Christmas Bowl is just in sweeps.
Another!
Wow.
Number 4 for
Hey
Kaden.
guys, totally off topic, but Someone is coming tomorrow to buy my dirt bike.
Cool.
Yeah.
Minute 19 off the clock now as Kaden has a 4-goal lead. However, we have seen a 4-goal lead disappear quickly. And there is still plenty of time on the clock here for Omar to mount a comeback. That's going to be a nice one. And
The
What a
bump
play.
What a brutal bump.
the flick to the bump, ensuring the goal. Not a shutout here.
Man, I don't know what to say about that. Flicks like that, that's as brutal as they get. First you get flicked, but then you just get bumped and you just have to watch it happen.
A nice 50 from Omar here. Oh, but he doesn't take the strike at the net, didn't get the best of angles, as now Kaden's going to take a lurk on offense here. Off the mark for the first tap. Second tap goes in.
We're entering that territory of...
I'm sure that's not on the mind of Kaden right now, as he has seen leads fall left and right throughout this entire tournament, especially when he's casting. I'm pretty sure that he is not going to stop at 5 or even 7. And that's even if he gets the goals here. We might see Omar's defense eventually come to life, as that is going to be a fortunate 50. And the bump, however, that ball is just barely touched by Kaden. That's going to send it off its marks. That's going to be a nice bump from Kaden there. Open net. Despite the demo, Kaden is now 1 goal away from a Brazil. What is happening?
I'll tell you what's happening. Kaden is up 5 points.
The Seeds almost equal the score right now. And we're not even halfway through this game. And that is another kickoff going in the fortunate way of Kaden. That is something that I have not really expecting there, is to see Kaden winning so many kickoffs, and let alone so many 50s. Omar's going to find the net here and say no to that Brazil.
Yep. There's not much else to say here.
Still have yet to cross the halfway mark, and we have 8 goals in something I thought would be a low-scoring shootout. Now we're going to see Omar get a very fortunate 50. That's going to land in front of his car, but he doesn't get the hit. And Kaden's going to get back in time to clear it away. Because now we're going to see Kaden. Ooh, he decides to take his time with it. Doesn't get it on top of his car for the dribble, though. Omar is going to be on the attack here. We're interesting to see that Omar's in an Octane. He's played in 2 different car types throughout this tournament. He started with the Dominus, and now he switched to the Fennec, and now he's on the Octane. Always changing it up and always staying festive. Oh, that's a nice hit there. He's going to take his time with it. And this is what I was talking about. These leads, they dwindle in minutes. And Omar has the time. He has the sheer power and ability to get this lead down. Sure, it might be a 3-goal deficit, but a minute from now, we could be looking at something like maybe a 6-goal game or maybe even a tie game. It's still hard to say who is going to be the favorite here, as we've mostly seen Kaden get beneficial with those 50s. However, we have seen Omar start to get a couple 50s more, and that's going to be a capitalization on a mistake there. Kaden gets his 7th. Kaden's kind of going with more of the defensive strategy, it seems. Just waiting for Omar to shoot it at him and then making the attack. As Kaden just cracked 1,000 points. Looking at the accuracies here, we have Omar at 3 for 4, so 75%. But if you take a look at Kaden right now, he's 7 for 7, and that's going to be Kaden's first save of the game, and that's going to be a capitalization for Kaden. 8 for 8.
Oh man. But yeah, Zach said it all. I'm off my mark tonight.
100% accurate here in this game. we have seen a game where a player has gotten over 100%, and that was the game with Ryan and Grant, where Ryan forced an own goal to go 7 for 6.
Yeah.
And we see some signs of life for offense here for Omar. Always having to take it back to his net to try to get a better angle on it, but Kaden's just not giving him the space, not giving him time to just get a play made. There's a nice bump. However, Omar doesn't have the boost for it. Kaden's going to get in front of it right away. Going to turn on it really fast. Is that going to waterfall down? It is. However, Kaden doesn't get the best angle on it. I think he just messed up his double jump just a little bit. So we approach the 30-second mark. Here comes a nice little bump play from Omar. It doesn't work. Kaden gets the save. The follow-up is not there. Kaden's going to take control of this one. And as the clock dwindles down beneath 15 seconds, Omar's going to find a goal here to make it a 4-goal game. But is it too little too late here for game 1? Again, the stat is, we've never had anybody go 1-1 in a series. It always has been 1-0, 2-0. And the people that have always won game 1 have won every single series. So that is something to keep an eye on too. However, that stat might not matter when it comes to a game 2 that could turn around real fast, as Kaden's going to steal that from Omar, and that will fall down. Kaden's going to take game 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a snack real quick. I'm kind of tired and, yeah.
And
Yeah.
my goodness, 8 for 8 on offense for Kaden. Just another lights out offensive performance. It's surprising to see because his first game against Jack, he was trailing 4-0 and then rallied back. So it is a very quick turnaround here to see Kaden go lightning strike after lightning strike on offense, just being so quick with it.
I'm going to get a snack if my microphone dies. So be it. I have no real way of charging it. In fact, I might as well just I probably will get off for the night after a little bit though, because A, I need the headset to charge, and B,
Kaden gonna take a shot! What a save from Omar! My goodness, that might be the save of the tournament. Keeping him alive in this one as it's still tied. But you don't want to go down 1-0 so early, because that's just going to be another mountain that you have to climb. As here we have Omar going to be on the offense. What are we going to see from him? A nice little flick play. Kaden's going to save it, though. As we see, Omar cracked 100 points. Kaden has yet to crack it. He's at 84. And now Kaden, for the first time, is not 100%. As both players right now are 0-0-1-1, which is 0.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna get off right now, get something to eat, and watch a little YouTube before I go to bed. It was nice being here, though.
That's gonna find its mark. And this is something interesting here. Is we're looking forward to seeing if a game actually goes 1-1 after 2 games. We haven't seen it yet. I'm looking forward to see what we can observe here on the kickoffs here, especially that this one was mostly neutral. Omar does get the boost here. It's going to put Kaden on a very tight defensive angle. Nice 50, but that's going to be off the crossbar. So a couple of 50s back and forth. It's going to be deciding on the kickoffs and the 50s to see who is going to come out on top here and how you play the 50s into your favor. Is going to be the deciding factor. Here goes Kaden off the post, and he's going to get it in. Kaden responds rather quickly here, and we're back to a tie game with 3-2-1 on the clock.
Alright.
A 50 on the kickoff this time. Gonna float in front of Omar's net. That's a miss from Kaden. That could be very detrimental. Can Kaden get back to that one? No, he can't. Omar's gonna take the lead back.
Alright, Zach, I'm probably just gonna get off for the night. It was nice being here.
Yeah, it was nice having you. I'm sorry about your loss there, but you have a nice night, man.
Yeah. Alright, see.
Another 50 in favor of Kaden here. Will he see a follow-up here? We will not. Omar's gonna clear this way pretty quickly. That's gonna be over Kaden! And this is the turnaround that I was expecting to see. Omar has found some life in the offense, especially with these high touches just over the top of Kaden there. Omar now has a nice, I would say comfortable, but we've seen what these leads have done. The 2-goal lead now. Oh, both people tried to go for the delay. Very interesting there. This one's going to land in favor of Omar. He's going to take it to Kaden's back left corner. Kaden's going to clear it away. Going to take possession. Nice flick! And it's going to be off the mark, though. However, Kaden's going to be back on the offensive prowl here. Omar, low boost. Kaden's going to find the net again. Man, I'm getting dizzy with all this action here. But my goodness, we haven't even cracked the halfway mark just yet. And we already see Omar with the uncomfortable 1-goal lead. I'll say that very much. Kaden gonna get a clear here. Omar no boost. Kaden no boost. It's gonna be a battle to see who can get back first. Kaden's got the boost pads now. Oh, and that is a very fortunate clear for Omar there. And a 50 that is going to go his way. He makes Kaden shoot it back towards his center. But Kaden's going to get a clear away, but it's going to go right to Omar. Omar's got boost, so does Kaden. We're going to see what happens here. Kaden with a nice, easy save. The 50 off of the top corner there. Going to bounce in Omar's possession. We're going to see him snag the boost, go up the wall. Maybe not. Just sizing each other up right now. Seeing what play needs to happen. As we're going to see that one float in front of Omar's net. Omar's going to get back to it in time. Now we have both competitors at 100 boost. So what are we in store here? Oh, that hit's just going to be a little unfortunate for Omar there. Nice little flick there. Doesn't get a lot of power that he's hoping for. Kaden's able to get a last-second save on it before it does a slow roll into his net. This one's going to be behind Kaden. That's going to be a 50 in favor of Omar. Can Kaden get to it? Oh, but Omar misses. Capitalization time. Here we go. Kaden ties. Grant, you want to give a crack at commentating or no?
You want me to?
Sure.
Okay. Kickoff is pretty mutual. Omar's trying to hit the wall, but he gives it away to Kaden. Kaden sets it to Omar's corner. Omar hits it off net. Omar's trying to get a net.
Oh, it's a slow roll towards Kaden's net. Can he save it? Yes, he can. Omar looking for the goal there. Doesn't get it. And we've seen 50s become such a major factor here in this game. I think in this game, they've mostly gone in the favor of Omar, as he just gets a nice critical save there. Grant, do you think the 50s here could be deciding the outcome? Oh, that shot's going to be off.
I do. I was thinking kickoff tapped a lot to do with it.
Uh-oh. Kane's going to find the net. 13 seconds to go in game 2, as Kaden's going to take the lead. Oh, read Omar pretty nicely there, and that nice save attempt at the end just falls short. 13 seconds to go here. I'm sorry.
Another thing I think that could depend on who wins or loses is sometimes when it's in their when they have those 50-50 times where they can either attack or go back and try and get a better shot. And sometimes that they could have scored a goal if they would have tried and been on offense more.
And Kaden will take game 2. We see Omar leave the match there. He's probably changing his car. We've seen him do that a couple of times throughout the series. Not in an actual match, though. But Kaden a lot less accurate from the net there. We're going to have a brief timeout here. But going back to the accuracy, 4 for 10 there. A lot different from 8 for 8. Alright, we have Omar back now. As we take a look at Omar's stats, he was 3 for 6 from the mark. A little bit lower of his percentage from last game. However, he did end up having the most amount of points, and that's due to Omar's 4 saves there. I think 3 of them were epic saves. My goodness, we're in for a treat now as Kaden, 1 game away from securing himself in the grand finals with the biggest advantage that he could ever have. And as for Omar, he's got a mountain to climb. Down 2-0. Game 3 starts now.
This has to do with what I said. I think kickoffs have a lot to do with it.
Especially capitalization mistakes. Oh, but Kaden gets there right at the very end, even if it was going to bounce off the post if he wasn't there. That's a nice mechanical play from Omar. As we see Omar switch from his Octane back to the Fennec. We have seen him say before that Fennec has been more powerful, and that one's just going to be an unfortunate, slow-rolling goal for Kaden. Off of a pinch there, a very slow pinch, 20 mile an hour. And now it seems that the light in the tunnel is only getting dimmer. But we will see if the light continues to shine, or will Kaden secure himself in the grand final and force Omar down the lower bracket to play Zeph, who has made a phenomenal lower bracket run, as Omar, beautiful flick there to tie the game. Apologies there, my here, except maybe for that, a bad miss there to give Omar a goal here. 3:55 left on the clock. This is something he needs to hang on to, this lead. He cannot afford to drop any more goals here, as you'd expect, being down 2-0. A nice kickoff from Omar. Here we go. Can he get it on net? He can! Omar letting it up now. It seems like this series for Omar has had several episodes of where he kind of struggles, and then he comes back to life, and then he struggles, and then he comes back on fire. Seems like he's on that phase of where he's back to life. Another kickoff there. 4-1 now. We've had back-to-back kickoff goals go in favor of Omar. And this is what you need to see to stay alive. And the stat that's on the line right now is Kaden has never lost a Game 3. He's one of the only 2 that haven't. And if Omar takes this Game 3, it'll be only Zach that has never lost a Game 3, even though he's out of the tournament, which is kind of a skewed stat there. However, Omar is going to be back on the offensive here. And Kaden's not going to waste any time. He's going to get right back onto the ball to force a 50, and that's going to find its mark. Nice 50 there from Kaden. And the lead starts to dwindle just a little bit. Oh my goodness. Back and forth we go. Where it stops, I don't know. Both competitors
Who do you think will
full
take this
boost.
match, Zach?
Omar's gonna find the net there. What was your question there, Grant?
I said, who do you think will take this match?
I mean, if Omar continues to get these plays here and the kickoffs that he's had for the past couple, I think Omar might take game 3 here. He's gonna need it. Kaden can afford a drop in a game. However, he will lose that statistic, as I mentioned. We're gonna take a look as we approach the halfway mark. We're gonna look at the shooting accuracies here. Kaden once again is back on that 100% train now. And Omar's very close. He's 5 for 6. If he forces an own goal from Kaden, maybe he might be able to get that back. However, that's pretty much out of the question for Omar now. All it is on Omar's mindset right now is to hold on to this lead. It'll be interesting to see when we see Omar start to play keep away and just try to hang on to ball control. Now we're on the halfway mark here. Still for shot accuracy is the same. However, Omar is a lot higher scoring here, as at 819, 839 actually now, as Kaden's going to be at 344. A nice little runaway goal there. Gets his goal back. It's up to a 4-goal lead again. However, this is what we expected. We expected to see back and forth action like this. However, seeing Kaden light on fire for the first 2 games. That was something that we were not expecting to see, especially this early, because we've seen Kaden. It takes a while for him to get ramped up. Omar's going to find another one on the mark, and at this point, there's still plenty of time to come back, but it might be to the point where just try to get this game over with and just try to analyze what went wrong here. Kaden was low boost there, stuck on the post. Omar was going to take that goal easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy.
And that is going to be another kickoff in favor of Omar. However, he's not going to be able to capitalize on this one, unlike the last 2. But that 50 does not go his way. That bump does not go Omar's way. So now it's going to be Kaden back on the attack, and he's going to need it very quickly. Oh, and that's going to be just off the top of the crossbar there. Just going to feed it right to Omar, and I think Omar now is on that keep away mode. Just trying to drain this clock down. He's done pretty well at it so far. They're just hitting it around into the corners. However, if he does get a chance, he might add some goals here. That one's going to be off the post, and it's going to bounce its way in. Omar doesn't need to touch it a second time. Reminder as well for anybody watching, make sure you put down in the comments who your favorite Christmas car is. We see Omar switching from several cars to Octane to Fennec, but he's got that snowflake decal, and then we have Kaden with his golden gingerbread car with his gold Dracos, gold Fennec, always looking pristine. In my opinion, I don't know who my favorite car design would be. It's all really close. Got some pretty good decals there. We've had candy canes, snowy mountains, gingerbread houses. We've had it all here. And despite it being 2025 now, Christmas is all over as we're wrapping up this tournament. I'd like to appreciate everybody for tuning in on these streams here. It helps out Kaden a ton, especially with him trying to grow his channel. Especially when this Christmas Bowl is a tradition. That one's going to go for Kaden.
Well, when this is I think I can confidently say that Omar's going to take this match.
Yes, Kaden is going to lose the statistics. Pardon my English there. But going back there, this is a tradition that has gone 3 years now. Well, this is a 4th year for it now, as Kaden and Zach would always do 1v1s, and Kaden would get the upper hand of me every single time. It would be 4-1, 4-2, 4-2. That's what makes Kaden the 3-time Crystal Ball Championship winner. In Game 3, going to Omar.
I'm sorry, Zach, but you just said chip winner.
Don't make fun of me. I'd like to see you do
Sorry.
better.
I'm sorry, that was just funny. Chip winner.
It's not that funny, dude. Relax.
It's kinda funny.
Bro, you would laugh at the words
Chip winner.
mayonnaise pad.
Kaden, I think you're a chip winner.
And then Grant, professional rage quitter. How about them apples? Game 4 underway now. As Omar needs to win this one to force a Game 5. We've seen only one Game 5 throughout the series. I'm hoping to see a Game 5 here, so I'm not the only one. But we're going to need to see some magic here again. We did see a nice commanding win there from Omar, and we're going to see Omar be aggressive again.
Chip winner.
You eat a whole bag of chips, don't you?
I do.
You know what? I'm going to give you a bag of chips just for participating in the tournament. How's that sound?
Actually, that sounds pretty good.
Alright, so I owe the winner some sort of gift card. And I owe Grant a bag of chips. Alright, I'll make sure to write that down here. Nice save from Kaden there. Trying to keep himself back in this one. And again, the momentum has switched in Omar's favor drastically. And if you're Kaden, you just gotta try to extinguish the flames now. And just try to play lights out offense like he did in games 1 and 2. However, if Kaden does happen to drop this game, it does not matter. But the momentum is going to be something that is going to be a factor in going into Game 5. Minute off the clock here. Kaden is 0 for 2 on shooting. 0 for 3 on shooting now. And Omar is going to be 1 for 3. So each team has taken... Actually, I can't say that anymore. Kaden's taken 4 stabs at the net. Omar's taken 3.
And that is going to be for Kaden.
Kaden's going to get his mark there on his 5th attempt at the net. Going to find the mark. And this one's been a save fest so far. We've had 5 total saves. We had 2 for Kaden, 3 for Omar. So it has definitely been something that has been a low-scoring defensive game. A lot different than we had from Game 1 and Game 3. Here comes Omar on a play. Gonna shoot over Kaden. Finds the lead right back right away. I'm really looking forward to this post-game interviews that we always do. I mean, this is arguably the 2 best in the tournament, and this could bend out in a way to where we see them play again in the grand final. You would just need to have the loser beat Zeph, which is possible. We've seen a lot of cracks in Zeph's gameplay, and we've seen a lot of cracks in Kaden and Omar's gameplay here, as Omar is going to find another goal. Omar's on fire and going into Game 4. And here we go again. Another kickoff in favor of Omar. Gets the bump. Nice save from Kaden. I'm surprised it didn't count as an epic save there. That was pretty advanced. Being behind the play, just even facing the wrong direction, just has to jump up for it and hope for the best. Ends up getting the save there. Oh, but he feeds it right to Omar there. That's going to waterfall slowly down. And the lead is growing. We're looking forward to the Game 5 that we have all been hoping for throughout this tournament. We're tired of seeing everybody get their sweepers out. Of course, we had all of round 1 be 3-0s, and then round 2 we had all but 1 be 3-0s, and then round 3 we had all but 1 be 3-0s. And now, as we look forward to just the upper bracket finals and then the lower bracket finals here, as you have the 3 top players left, we're hoping to see just no sweeps here, because we don't like the gameplay that each of these have. They all have their different strengths and weaknesses, and when they just blend together, it's hard to determine which one's going to come out on top. We see Kaden a lot more defensive, and we see Omar a lot more offensive. So when they collide, it's just a battle of Omar's offense and Kaden's defense, and right now the winner is Omar's offense. Whew. I need to take a breath there. Intensity's starting to ramp up a lot here, even though it's kind of like been slow, exponentially growing leads here for Omar in games 3 and 4. This is what we needed to see, the critical moments of game 5, which will decide our grand final advantage holder. And overall, just analyzing this game, it's been less of the 50s and more of just who is going to crack on defense first. And right now, it's Kaden's defense that has cracked a lot in games 3 and 4. And it's just unfortunate hit after unfortunate hit on both sides. However, as the clock is dwindling down to below 1 minute here soon, the eyes of the world are now upon a game 5 looming in the horizon. Nice save from Omar there. That's going to be his 4th save. As I say that, the strengths have been... Actually, that's his 5th save, pardon. As I've said, that Kaden's defense has been the main thing that has kept him in games 1 and 2. It actually seems to be the other way around, as we have Omar with 2 more saves than Kaden here, sorry. But Kaden's shooting accuracy going into game 1 being 100%, it's really awe-inspiring, but now we're kind of seeing the opposite. He's 1 for 8, and Omar is going to be 6 for 10. And
I'll
let you say it,
but there's the chance that Kaden may get Brazil.
We are in that dangerous Brazil territory. Even though the outcome will not change regardless of the 6-1 compared to the 7-1.
In my
Omar
opinion, if you have a chance to not Brazil someone and you Brazil, it's just a sign of disrespect.
And Omar gonna look for it, not gonna get that secondary touch he needs. Kaden, what do you do now? Your 2-0 lead that you so comfortably have. Omar's gonna get the Brazil in the 0 seconds.
Oh,
a devious goal. I haven't seen Omar get a Brazil in a while. It's good to see him back. But now to Kaden. What now? Your lead is gone, and we are heading to a game 5. Oh my goodness. I was in the game 5 on my end. This is my first time seeing it on the other end. I'll do a quick little poll here.
The first time that was done
Game 5, do we want to take it to Champions Field? I'll ask both competitors. If I could have Omar or Kaden just ask, should we take it to Champions Field for Game 5?
It doesn't matter.
I'm good with whatever, honestly.
Y'all are not helpful at all.
And there we go. Here we go. Game 5. Survive or die in this upper bracket.
Is this the first
final.
game 5 that we've had?
No, this is the second game 5 that we had. The first game 5 was Zach and Zeph, and we saw Zeph come on top with a 4-3 victory. But here we go. Game 5! What I was hoping for the entire time! Thank you, Omar, for bringing it back! And now all the momentum is in Omar's favor here. With 2 commanding wins. Nice save from Kaden to avoid the quick goal. Oh no! We're in a Rule 1! Who's gonna break it? The ball will eventually slow roll into somebody's net and might end up being it might be going into Omar's net. But this is the first time we've seen a Rule 1 come out in this Game 5. This is the worst time to have a game, Rule 1, excuse me. The ball is slow rolling onto Omar's side. I don't know if it's going to roll off the wall with enough speed.
Break it. Break it.
But someone's going to have to break it. And how? Now look at this. However much time... Oh, and it's broken. I was going to say, how much time is broken off the clock?
Oh,
it's going to hurt the other.
Kaden. But Omar gets caught up on the wall.
Oh no, Kaden read that beautifully. Again, if the longer they stayed in that Rule 1, the more time that they can take it off the clock.
Omar, how do you feel about that?
The momentum switches quickly here into Kaden's favor. Can he hold on to it? 3:45 remains. Still plenty of time. As I say that,
Omar,
Kaden's lead.
Here.
Kaden's lead is gone.
I think that this is the best tournament yet. Between these
This
two.
has got to be the best series of the tournament. Unfortunately, I lost my participation in the best series yet. But my goodness. 2 champs.
How many games do we have after this one?
We have the lower bracket finals and then the grand final. So 2 more series. One is a best of 5, another is a best of 7. Nice demo from Omar. Is Kaden getting back in that time? Oh, that's just
Omar's
off.
gonna take lead.
Omar's just gonna take the lead. 69-mile-an-hour goal. Nice. But back and forth here in Game 5. I have no idea who's gonna win this one. This is truly something I appreciate casting here. I'm glad I could stay around here for this. As we hit 11:06 local time here, it seems likely that we could get the tournament done tonight, but there are no guarantees because that best of 7 will be a trench warfare kind of series. Both sides are just going to be exhausted after playing a Game 5 here, and we could see the lower bracket finals go to a Game 5 with Zeph being dangerous that he is. He's already taken out 3 people in the lowers. Omar's gonna have possession here. Oh, he's gonna drive past the ball a little bit. Kaden's gonna get a capitalization, and he's gonna turn Omar off with the ball. He got in the way at the very last second. Even, I don't know if that would have been savable or not, but nice play there from Kaden to tie things up. My goodness. And another kickoff's going to go in favor of Omar. Can Kaden get to that? No, he can't. Right at the halfway point, Omar takes the lead back. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna need an Oreo real quick. Holy crap.
Give me an able. Is Kaden gonna get a goal here? No, it's just off hitting post. Omar misses. Omar trying to take it back downfield. He hits the ball, allows Kaden to get possession. Kaden gonna go out of this? No, Omar blocked him and gets a save.
We've seen
now Kaden misses and Omar's gonna get control.
We've seen a lot of slow misses past the ball. You gotta think the nerves are at their peak right now. Of course, for Omar, ever since Game 3, he's had the most amount being in a survive or die state. But however, the loser of this is not eliminated. This would be just the first time each one gets eliminated. Another breakaway. Is Omar gonna do it? A reverse sweep. There's still plenty of time left. My goodness. It's been the first time we've ever played a match in the Christmas Bowl that's not a snowy match. We got Champions Field now. Nice clear from Kaden. Like to see more of his offensive onslaught come back. But Omar's defense has been locking it up. This play gonna be nicely saved away. Uh-oh. Almost a rule one. Omar's gonna get the better hand of that bump. Kaden gonna bite. He is gonna bite. And things get more dire. 1:11 remains. In what a switch up this has been. This is absolutely insane. Even though Omar has been at this cannot drop one stake for 3 games now, looks calm as a cucumber.
That was a first.
I like my alliterations.
Always cucumber.
What happened to the offense that we had from Kaden? Now at 50%, Omar's going to play keep away to try to get this one into the record books. Nice clear from Omar. That's going to take a bad bounce for Kaden. We need life, man. Oh, a nice one here. It's not over yet. He needs a kickoff goal quickly.
Even with a kickoff goal, it'll still be 1 down.
We've seen leads diminish quickly, though. So we're in the stake for something huge. We either have a miraculous comeback from Kaden, or we get a reverse sweep, something unthought of in this tournament. We had one get close, couldn't close it out, and that might do it! The dagger finds the mark. That's going to be the goal of the tournament, pretty much the deciding factor in this one. 8 seconds left. The odds are against Kaden now when it seems so favorable. Omar's going to go into all reliable. He's going to take Jack's strategy. And the clock hits 0, and Omar has done it. A reverse sweep.
I'm gonna honestly give it up to Omar. He fought for that one, and he deserves it.
Oh my goodness. All right, time for our special post-game interviews. We're going to start with Omar, as always. Like what happened in the last series, I'm just going to let you have the floor.
So in the first 2 games, I was just getting stomped by Kaden, and he was just on the ball way more than me, and I felt like I needed to switch up my car and just try to get more in the zone. So I went into a car switch, and I just tried to play as fast and as confident as I could.
The car switch is something that we've always seen with you. Going into the grand final now, do you have an idea of what car you might be using?
I think I might be sticking to the Fennec.
The Fennec is truly something that has worked out in your favor. When you left the match, we could have figured that you're switching your car to a Fennec. I didn't think it was going to matter much, but my goodness. And now we're going to go to Kaden's side. Kaden, you're not out of it yet, but I know there's a lot of emotions here. Can you give us any information on what happened there?
The first 2 games, surprisingly, were going a lot for me. I think the 50s is what was the main problem in this series. I had him early, but as soon as that 3rd game hit, I seriously was saying in my mind, every time I 50'd Omar, it was going into my net, or at least somewhere close to it. I could
We
not
did-
find a way past the 50s in the last 3 games of this series to get enough to close it out.
We did see the 50s turn the tides here. So that's what I pretty much called from the get-go. Do you have any other words of confidence for yourself? And as we will see Omar in the grand final, do you feel hopeful that you could meet him again?
I do. Obviously, I'm going to be playing Zeph now, who has gotten a lot better since playing me the first time, so I don't think this next matchup is going to be as kind of farther away as it was the first time. It's definitely going to be a hard-fought one, but I do think I will see Omar again.
And all right, there you go. In the end, it seemed like Kaden was going to get the victory, but Omar shows that the 1 seed is truly something to his name, makes the car switch up at the very end. And thank you for an amazing series to cast. That's number 1 on the best series of the tournament so far. I think we'll have me and Zeph's be at number 2, and then Grant and Ryan's at number 3. But there you go. As we now could look at the bracket, if you could pull it up for me, we have 1 competitor in the grand final, and that is Omar. Congratulations to you. We will see the other competitor be Kaden or Zeph. And they have played before, as we're going to go back to that. But the highlights aren't out just yet. But we did see Kaden play Zeph early in round 1. It was actually their opening matchup. Kaden took that pretty much commandingly, even though it wasn't a full-on blowout in each of the games. It was just Kaden had the stride on offense, forced Zeph to make these mistakes, and took control of the series. And we're in for a lot left. There's still two series to play, a best of 5 and a best of 7. Maybe a back bracket reset if it ends up going that way. Do not go anywhere. This is heating up to the point where we decide the title. More Christmas Bowl action coming to you after the break.